set for the recording? Nat? Yubei?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, excellent. So, welcome everyone to our first meeting, our first town hall for the month of February. Glad to have you all here. We are having a great audience today. That's really good. A lot of debates are currently taking place in the forums, in the proposals, in the Discord. So it's really good to gather here to get together and debate those things. So today we are going through our regular agenda. As usual, we're going to change the order of the updates. We're going first with the DAO committee, then with the Grant Support Squad, and then we'll, as usual, have the updates from the Governance Squad, Facilitation Squad, Strategic Unit, and then the open forum section for everyone, or better for anyone that wants to share some comments, insights, or anything related with the updates that we're going to share, or related to other stuff that's being discussed in the DAO. So with that said, I'm going to pass it to the DAO committee, HP or Risk, whoever wants to share some updates.
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this week we funded 3 grants for a total of $188,000. We paid the curator, total of 9,900 mana. We paid ourselves, and we paused a couple grants, and that's about it.
Excellent, HP. Any other updates, Risk, that you want to share, or that's all?
I think HP mentioned all, like we vested 2, last week we vested 2 contract, as you say, and the total amount, I just was calculating the total grant that got approved for this quarter was 7 grants with total value of 375,000. We didn't sell any mana this month. We had some stable coins in our treasury to fund the earlier grants. We plan to sell some to fund the remaining grants. And we just like wanted to light on our 3 governance proposal that got passed. Should be important somehow, like to remove steel profile from content servers and refine grant category and percentage of budget, which will start from next quarter if the grant system didn't get posted today. We will know by the end of the day. And the third one was which will be basically DAO committee will be doing it is to DAO treasury diversification, which also will start from the next quarter and will depend on the unused grant budget to start accumulating Ethereum and add it to our treasury beside mana. And that's it.
Thanks a lot, both of you. I was actually going to ask about the treasury diversification thing, so
Yeah.
great to know about it. Again, thanks Risk and HP, and I believe we can now jump into Grant Support Squad updates, so I'll pass it to Fifi.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for the change. I don't have power in my building. There was a big storm, but here I am. I'm going to tell you the news for the Grant Support Squad, and then we're going to show some grantees. We have a lot of them today. Fede will help me to show them. So let's start. So the last time I shared some numbers. I wanna to do that again. So we had 43 projects nowadays. 6 new projects were on board, and there are 21 active grants and 5 projects between pause periods, and 11 are ending their grant journey. 2 of them they are incomplete for now, but we are still working with the grantees to help them to achieve their goals. Also, all the contracts for the legacy grants have finally ended. Consequently, all the active projects now are belonging to the new grants framework. So that's great. On another hand, we have the DAO proposal. So last time I shared with you the the proposal that talks about the vesting contract, for how long a vesting contract could be paused. So that was voted, and the maximum period is 3 months. And now we also update that on the DAO documentation. Also, today passed the refined grant categories and percentage of budget, the stage B. So you can check that in the governance app. But in the following days, we are going to talk with the other DAO core units to start implementing the new categories and the new budget distribution. What else? We have the first project founded through the bidding and tendering process. So I think I already talked about that the last part. So we are working right now with DAPCraft, and DCL University is complete as well. We are going to see some news about them in a couple of minutes. And the Protocol Squad blog post is finally posted. So you will find a very nice article that took a little bit longer for us to publish because it has a lot to reviews and all the stuff. But they are now live. So that's it from my side. I'm afraid that maybe I will lose connection soon, but let's go to see our grantees. So, Fede, can you share those for me?
Sure. Which one do
Thank
you
you.
want to go first?
They are in order. So the
Okay.
first one that appears in the folder, that would be great. We only will have in Wall Builder team that they will introduce their video first. So in case I lose connection,
DCL Docs is a chat GPT.
perfect.
Sorry, go
Go
ahead.
on.
Okay,
No,
okay.
go on, go on.
DCL Docs is a chat GPT that will serve as a tool to more quickly access information related to Decentraland. To do this, a series of scripts have been created that allow information to be extracted from Decentraland websites, along with others that allow the text to be cleaned in order to be correctly implemented by ChatGPT or another LLM. The user is free to use DCL Docs through a ChatGPT Plus account, implement their own ChatGPT, making the improvements or changes they consider appropriate. Use the already processed files from the repository to use them in an open-source LLM, or replicate the process from the beginning using the extraction and cleanup scripts. In this case, to facilitate use, we have implemented this data in a ChatGPT that we have called DCL Docs. This chatbot works exactly the same as the traditional ChatGPT, but with the official information contained on the Decentraland websites. This allows users to find answers more quickly than if they had to search for information in the usual way. Mainly, DCL Docs has been provided with official documentation from Decentraland, Forum, and GitHub, so that this chat can be an excellent ally not only for new users, but also for more regular members of the platform.
I'll go with the second one, Racetrack Vegas City. This is a
So hi
longer one.
everybody. So this is a demo and a walkthrough of where we are in the Race Tracker game that we've been working on. I'm going to show a run through of the game first of all, and then I'm going to show a brief clip of the environment that we've been producing for the launch event, and then finally I'm going to show an example of the tooling and a high-speed video of us using the tooling we've made to create a track and show how we
First. We lost it.
I thought
sorry,
my
I was
computer crashed. I was
trying
like,
to something.
My bad. Sorry. I go again with the Sorry.
I thought it was an energy outage.
Yeah.
Hi everybody. So this is a demo and a walkthrough of where we are in the race tracker game that we've been working on. I'm going to show a run through of the game first of all, and then I'm going to show a brief clip of the environment that we've been producing for the launch event, and then finally I'm going to show an example of the tooling and a high-speed video of us using the tooling we've made to create a track and show how we import that into the game engine that we've built. So let's get started. So here we're choosing the cars. It's data driven. You can see this is all placeholder UI, by the way, here, and we've selected the car. Each car has its own performance spec. We get into the car, and the first thing you'll notice is the yellow panels that we've got, these translucent panels. These are placeholders for checkpoints, and a checkpoint serves as a marker in which we can record expected events. So it's a way of sending information to the server about progress in order so that anti-cheating measures can be engaged. So we make it very, very hard to bot this. So we've shown a third-person mode there. We can toggle to first-person mode. You can see we've got an animated steering wheel, and the UI then moves into inside the car. The car is broken into some pieces, so we have a spec of what it takes to make a car, and yeah, we can see that both modes are working well. So this is the really the progress of the game. The reference game works on time trials, and it will have a leaderboard. So here is the environment that we're creating for the motor show. You can see there's a tribune surrounding the the environment, which is where people will be able to get an elevated view of the environment. And then we have an entertainment stage in the middle and some entrance area, which is where cars and tracks will be selected. So this will be what we're launching with in March for the launch event that we're doing, and then it will be a 3-day event followed by a party, which will be in the middle. So in the last section of the video, I wanted to show how we're approaching making the tracks. So I'm just going to quickly pause this video briefly, and then I'll let it playing. I'll let it run if I get to through what I'm going to say. So the approach we've taken is we have an npm package, which is the sort of core game engine, and the scene itself uses the npm package to stitch together the in-game assets. So the tracks and the cars and so on exist in the scene, and then there's an APIs which then allow you to basically build the car game, and all of the difficult stuff, the physics, the metrics on the car, the positioning, the control, all of that type of stuff is all accessible in the npm package. And then we've created a structure in Blender, and we've written a Blender plugin which allows you to create the environment. So it's like a layered approach. So it's basically a GLB export plus a data export in Blender, which produces the various meshes and objects which the game engine needs. This includes the Canon meshes and then things like obstacle hotspot meshes, that type of thing. So it's possible for a creative person to build the track without really any technical knowledge of the game engine, and you can see here that basically that the Blender export produces a block of JSON which has all of the data that's needed. So you can see here that basically the track has hotspots, and the hotspots have been imported by a single GLB file. You can see boundary markers, and then you can see that in this example, this exists in the sample folder, that there's a collision engine, and so on, and it's using the data that was exported by the Blender plugin. So that is it. The spirit of this is that it should be possible for people to to get a game up and running with relatively little pain, and using the tooling we've made to make it largely a creative job. The reference game should literally enable people to create new tracks, reskin the environment, and largely have a creative job to make a new race game. But of course, the npm package itself has a lot of the lower level programming in, which will enable new formats of car games to be created, because in essence you can program the cars in different ways. One of the things I didn't touch on earlier as well is that there's a concept of data-driven cars. So that means that in our reference game, you'll be racing against yourself in form of the ghost cars, and also you'll be racing against your personal best. But this format can be used to do all sorts of things. It paves the way for AI-powered cars, or more advanced CPU-powered cars, and yeah, that's it. So that's the progress we've got, and happy to answer any questions. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, really nice. Brilliant. I will invite Lustrum to give a quick introduction on their update, and I'll share the videos.
Hey, Fez, can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Is it okay if I share my screen just for 30 seconds to explain the tool set before we show the videos for the competition?
No problem at all.
Okay. Let me try to do that. Let me know if you can see this.
Yep.
Okay, so we are the team behind the In-World Builder. This is a DAO-funded project where we build everything in-world, no code, real-time collaboration. So we are in the lobby of our builder world. We have a custom world server, and everybody who has a DCL name will get their own world realm on our world server. And so everyone who signs up and initiates their world or their realm will be able to go and create scenes in Decentraland that can be downloaded, deployed to Genesis City, or deployed to other world servers without ever having to code. And if you see really quickly, we have a lobby. Every DCL name or realm gets an automatic 2x2 built, so that when guests enter your realm, they're spawned in here and you can greet them with a custom lobby. We have created this. You see, we've actually created an entire scene of roads so that we can subdivide our 3,000, I think it's about 2,600 parcels. Every world has 2,600 parcels. And so it's as easy as coming in here, clicking, and I can create a scene. We have updated our UI a little bit. So what we do is we would immediately create a scene, and once we do create a scene, instead of the builder choosing parcels by typing them in, you actually walk over the parcels that you want to select. So I am going to select these. The ones that you can't select are red. You see our lobbies outlined there. I click Save Scene, and now I have just created a 2x2 scene, which I get more icons. I'm in build mode. I'm able to easily add items. As you can see, this is an A-frame. I drop that in there. I can edit this asset really quickly if I wanted. I can grab more assets and drop them down immediately like that. So really cool. We have a catalog of 3,500 assets, and we want people to start building and creating amazing scenes. We have a ton of stuff coming, and so we want to use this build competition to get people to build in Decentraland, but also to help us find and improve our tool set so that everybody can use and create. So with that, I will toss it over to Em so that she can explain our builder competition. The last thing I did want to mention before M spoke is a great example of maybe working with other grantees is what we just saw, the racetrack. It would be awesome in the future of the in-world builder. We have built this as a modular tool set so that we can incorporate other code packages like Atlas Corp Analytics, VLM, and hopefully this racetrack concept where you'll be able to inside the IWB select those race assets and drop them into your scene and create racetracks that way. So that's what we would hope as well.
Can everybody hear me?
Yep.
Hi there. Okay, my name is Em, and I'm on the marketing team for IWB, and I'm here to just briefly go over a competition coming up. I just wanted to thank Lastrom and the DAO for giving us the opportunity to speak on the competition. So Mies here is going to share a link and a photo in the chat for everyone to access, and that basically goes over where the sign up for the IWB competition will be located and how to get there, as well as the rules for the competition. And then, as I said, just a brief overview of this competition. It's hopefully the first of many to help kick off the developments of everything we've gotten through since the beginning of this grant, and to help DCL users get familiar with the functionality as we approach the end of our project. So signups and building will start today, the 8th, and you can sign up anytime between now and the 21st of February. And then you can start building immediately after sign up. So you can sign up today, start building, have, all the time in the world. You can start the 21st, start building on the, or the 20th and, be done by the 21st. And yeah. So as far as submission dates, our building cutoff is the 21st, and then our peer voting will take place between the 22nd and the 25th. Peer voting means that everybody that, I believe you have to own a name to be voting around. I don't want to speak on that, but essentially we're all able to vote against each other. So those participating, those not participating, it's not going to be like a panel of people judging you. It's going to be all the players and builders, judging each other. And then our first World Storming Spaces of March, I believe that's the 1st, on a Friday, we'll be going over the winners. And as far as that, in that document that Mies shared, you can see exactly what all the prizes are, so I don't have to re-go over those. But we've got a first, second, and third winner, and then as far as all the participants, everybody will be receiving an IWE wearable. And I believe we're going to keep our, your build displayed. So there's fun for everybody to join in. You don't have to win to have fun. You get to learn, you get to build, you get wearables, and hopefully we can all work together collaboratively on it. Again, thank you all so much for the time to share, and I hope that you guys do sign up.
Thanks a lot, M. Thanks a lot, Lastrom. Would you like me to share the promo videos now?
Yeah, if you could do that, they're like 30 seconds long, and then
Yeah,
we're
great. Right away. And here it goes, the second one.
Audio is off.
there's no audio. These are
Yeah,
30-second quick videos.
Exactly.
And this sign up is live, so anybody can visit the links that we've posted and sign up as this video is explaining.
This is great. Okay, thanks a lot. This is a really interesting competition. So again, Lastrom, Mies, and M have shared all the links in the chat. We also posted this on Twitter. So if you have any questions, reach out to Lastrom or to any of us, and we'll give you more information. Okay, that was all for the in-world builder updates and the contest that's coming. I will share the last grantee video update right now. Okay, that was the last update. Today we had really awesome updates from those grantees. So thanks again for being here, for creating for the platform. And as usual, if you have any questions, you can drop them in the chat. And if not, we have the open forum section at the end of this meeting for you to ask questions about these updates, about the updates that we shared as squads or the updates that the grantees have shared. And with that said, I believe we can jump into the governance squad updates. So I'll pass it to Gino now.
Thank you, Fez. I'm embarrassed to go after all those amazing updates. Um, Nothing too complex from us this week. 10 days ago, we showcased the last features that we released as the last part of our like 6-month period. Right now, we're focused on building the roadmap and doing the technical assessment for all the things we promised for this new grant period. Thanks everyone who supported, and thanks most importantly for the discussions and the conversations regarding our proposal. Two small things that might be, well, 2 or 3 small things that might be useful for you. One of them is we made a change on the API as a request from Risk, but also thinking about transparency and making more transparent financial statements of the DAO regarding the budget for the grants program per quarter. So basically, you can now filter via the API all the grants that got approved during a specific quarter, and you can also see how the money has been spent in a programmatic way. That was not the case before. You had to go over the transparency sheet and to filter and do the whole thing. Now it's easier. We're going to also make the change on the project's view quickly, so you can filter per quarter and see how much money was allocated for the budget of that quarter and the grants that got approved during that quarter. And 2 small improvements to the activity ticker that will become also notifications. Users can now see when a delegation event happens. So if someone delegated to be to someone or someone removed their delegations, that will appear on the activity ticker. And in the next couple of days, it will also appear as a in-app notification and also as a Discord notification if you have the feature enabled. And we also did the same for comments on proposals and comments on project updates. So you will get notified if someone commented on your proposal or commented on your project update right away in the activity ticker, in the in-app notifications, and also on Discord. That's it from our side. Hopefully by the end of next week, we'll be ready to publish our public roadmap with the support of the Grant Support Squad. So yeah, we're focused on that. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Gino. As usual, really great updates. It was a pleasure to have you as a grantee for these last 6 months, and really excited about the upcoming 6 months. I just I just received a notification from Marvin, so things are working, and that's great. So with that said, I believe we can jump into the strategic unit updates. So, Lord, I'll pass it to you.
Hi, people. Hope you are doing well. Um, tomorrow is the last day when you can participate in POI's survey. I have sent in link in the chat, so please participate and leave your opinion. Very important. Also, we are working on a draft strategic framework proposal. I will send you. Leave your comments. I already discussed it with Fede, and we're planning to submit it soon. I also wanted to say that my grant has ended, and I at now don't plan to continue with strategic unit, but I plan to continue with the activities that I'm doing. Also, on the next week, we will have another meeting with Avantgarde Finance, and they will give us a draft proposal, how they can help us in treasury management. That's all. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Lord. It's been a pleasure having working with you. Well, we'll keep working with you. So really great collaborations that you have made. Please, everyone, take the time to respond that POI guideline survey, and take the time, please, to review the framework that Lord has put together for strategic planning. And yeah, that will be pretty much all for strategic unit updates. So the next updates are from Facilitation Squad. So I will try to be short. I can promise that, but I'm going to try to do it. So the first quick update is that, as many of you know, a week ago we have the Decentraland All Hands with the foundation. A really interesting meeting where we uh, have updates on a lot of stuff that's happening on Foundation's end uh, for the shape up cycles. A lot of updates regarding also some feature requests that came from the community that are actually being taken into account and developed in the next shape up cycle. So I'm going to share the link again as I did a couple of days ago. Please pay special attention on the things that Nico is saying between the 15th and the 18th minute regarding transparency and regarding the feature requests from the DAO. This is an ongoing process, an ongoing planification, so this is going to get better and better, but this is what we have now, and improvements are visible right now in terms of transparency and collaboration with the foundation. The next update is about the community polls that we conducted a couple of weeks ago. The only update that I have is that we basically are going to share the results, the report by tomorrow probably. As I mentioned last time, we had to deal with a civil attack, and it was a mess to work on a depuration of the data, but right now we managed to clean the data, and we have the results, so we're going to share the report soon. The other thing I wanted to share and you to be aware of is that a lot of discussions, very productive discussions, by the way, are taking place here in the Discord and the forums about the possibility of open sourcing every project every coding project that's being funded by the DAO. So I want to share with you the dedicated channel that we created today. Sorry, I'm going to respond. HP, the survey that we conduct each quarter had a civil attack. Like a lot of people, well, not people, bots voted. So we managed to clean that survey, and now we have the correct results. Okay, so getting back to the open source thing, again, really productive discussions are taking place here in the Discord, so I invite you all to take part on that. We already had a draft proposal that has passed today or yesterday, I can't recall. So we're kind of working on the binding governance proposal, but it's very important for all you to participate and to give us your feedback and to share your inputs on that before presenting the actual binding governance proposal. Another thing I wanted to share is that, well, the RFI fourth round is coming to a close in 10 days. We didn't receive any questionnaires this time. So if you have any questions that like demand in-depth responses from the foundation, this is your opportunity. We still have 10 more days before closing this round. So that's pretty much all for that. And the last thing I wanted to share with you is just a quick update on the SDK support team and the technical liaison, a thing that we were discussing a couple of weeks ago and that we also discussed with the foundation during the DAO Foundation synergy meetings and exchanges. The update is basically that we're going to present the tender proposal next week. That tender proposal, as many of you know, is going to be to hire an SDK squad or team, whatever you want to call it. And that squad will also include the role of a technical liaison that's going to take care of a lot of the stuff that it's not like formally taken by anyone right now, like to go back and forth with the foundation to share technical information, to push the technical feature requests, to close the gap between the product team and the developers and the creators. So you're going to have that term proposal presented last week. An interesting thing that we found is that like we're using data for like creating this proposal. And an interesting thing that we found is that from 24K active scenes that we have in Genesis City, 55% of them are still in SDK 6, and another 45% are in SDK 7. So that means that more than half of the scenes that are in Genesis City are still on SDK 6. So the hiring of this SDK support team will be a huge opportunity for creators that didn't migrate their scenes yet to SDK 7, to onboard new people, to help new joiners, new developers. So that's basically the whole idea. Just wanted to share that with you. We'll keep you posted about new updates regarding that tender proposal. And with that, I'll pass it to Fractilians for the strategic comms updates.
Wonderful. Can you hear me? No audio. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Now I can hear you. Great. Yeah.
my heart was like, no. Okay. Hold on a second. I have my notes here. Okay, so thanks everyone for being here, and I hope you guys have had a great couple weeks. So, like Fede was saying, we did host that fourth AMA last week. It was really great, so I definitely recommend checking that out. Also, wanted to give a shout out to all the builders who got accepted into the Mesh Art Fair. Can't wait to see how this develops over time. We'll definitely be hosting some Brick by Bricks and Twitter Spaces as we get closer to the launch, which will be during March. And if you guys haven't checked out all the artists and builders that got accepted into that, here is the link to their recent post on all about that. Also, in a couple weeks, I'll be heading out to Social Media Marketing World Conference in San Diego, and I plan to do like a special Brick by Brick session all about best practices around that. So be on the lookout for that as well. Should be a lot of fun. And we do also have a Brick by Bricks planned for next month with Innkeeper, and they are a metaverse club in Decentraland that has been operating for over 2 years with a show every Thursday and Tuesday. And during these sessions, we'll be going over the tools behind the scenes that make this happen. So that should be a super fun one. Hope you guys can join us for that. Also, Fifi, like Fifi was saying, make sure to check out the recent blog post they did on expanding horizons, building a multi-tenant foundation for Decentraland. Really great blog post. In regards to social, like always, I continue to plan, create, and post across all our socials. And I'm personally also checking, like Kim is, Hi, Kim. I see you in the audience. I think you're still there. The social amplification channel, and I'll always look there. And if you guys have anything you want me to share, I post it on there. I'll keep a lookout for that. And you can always feel free to reach out to me with any questions as well, and I'll here to help amplify wherever I can. And if any of you guys are new here today, be sure to check out our Decentraland DAO. YouTube has all our recordings of most of our workshops, town halls, updates, and all that good stuff. And here I will post it for you guys here as well. And with that, I'll pass it back to you. Thanks, Fede.
Thanks a lot, Nat, for those huge efforts. As always, we're having like a lot of events, so it's great to have you here. And that will be pretty much all the updates from the squads and from the grantees. So as I said a couple of minutes ago, we will inaugurate now the open forum. So if you have any questions regarding the topics that we touch base on, like the things that we mentioned as squads or the grantee updates, this is your opportunity for asking those questions. Or if you don't want to talk about that, you can talk about whatever you want, obviously related to the DAO. But yeah, I'm going to let everyone to participate here. So if you want to join the stage, please raise your hands and share your comments. I'll leave it open for 10 more seconds. So if anyone wants to join, please raise your hands. Jared, yes, be my guest. If you're talking, I can't hear you. I don't know the rest of us.
Yeah, I can't hear either.
Try leaving the stage and joining again. Sorry, the stage and joining again. I may have imagined it, but I think in the all hands it was said that the reward client will be published soon. No, I don't think so. That wasn't mentioned during the all hands. What they did mention is that they are working on the new client that is going to be released by mid this year. But I don't think they mentioned that the VR client or something. Okay, Kim, yes, please respond.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, just to clarify, the new client does not equal a VR client. The new client is setting the foundations for like improved performance, improved graphics, all of that type of base layer foundational elements that we obviously need improved. So that will be happening. It will be capable of being expanded into mobile and VR in the future, but that timeline has not been set yet.
Thanks a lot, Kim, for the clarification. So yeah, basically what they did was to announce the release of the new client by mid this year and the possibility of escalating that into VR and mobile technologies. But for now, as Lastrom says, new client is different from VR client. It's not the same. Okay, anybody else wants to join the stage or ask questions in the chat? Nikki, I see you're writing something, so I'll wait. Are any of the squads currently or plan to working on a way to improve BP distribution equality? That's a good question. And yeah, we always try to figure out a way to address this. We already presented actually a couple of projects for addressing BP distribution and for limiting BP to the 50% of the thresholds of each proposal. Those proposals didn't pass from their draft instance. So since that was the result, we are trying to figure out different ways. So yeah, we are always trying to figure out a way of addressing that, but we didn't find a solution yet. If you had any ideas, I can bring again the channel for BP distribution and Wales that has been archived a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, I mean, the only solution that we presented so far was the limiting BP thing to the 50% of the threshold. And right now we have different options, but we didn't present any of them yet as pre-proposal polls. Okay, so if you have any ideas, I know that you have shared a couple of Notion documents with me, but let's put it to work. Let's draft a pre-proposal poll and draft proposal and a binding governance proposal if that happens, and let's move it forward. I mean, it's not a big deal. Let's connect after this. I can revive, let's say, the channel for BP distribution in Wales, and let's drop again the draft there, and yeah, let's build proposals. I mean, again, we need a lot of BP to get those proposals passed, but still we can build policy. So let's revive those channels, and let's revive those conversations about BP distribution. Any other questions? Any other comments? Okay, so I think we can start wrapping up this meeting. Really happy about the audience today. We have a really great engagement. I want to congratulate again all the grantees for those updates. And thanks to squads and the committee for the updates too. So yep, we'll keep you posted about news next week about the tender proposal and other stuff that's happening, other events. But that will be pretty much all for today. So thanks for joining. And yep, if you want to keep discussions ongoing, let's move to general or to general voice chat. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.
Bye,
Thanks,
folks.
everyone. Bye bye.